From the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena in Baltimore, Maryland, it's America East Conference men's basketball on ESPN+. Tonight, it's the Notre Dame of Maryland Gators taking on the UMBC Retrievers. And hi again, everybody. Gary Stein with you alongside UMBC Hall of Fame of Maryland. The Gators are averaging 87 in their last 3 outings. UMBC with the basketball first from left to right. Josh Odunuwo making his first start for UMBC tonight after missing the first 3 games of the year. There's the starting 5, Ace Valentine in the backcourt. As well, he's got the basketball with 10 to shoot for the Retrievers. The Gators play an up-tempo style. UMBC suffering some injuries. We'll get into that a little later in the broadcast. Riley Jacobs for 3. The initial shot is no good, and the Gators pull it down.
One of the troubles that UMBC had at GW was just taking a lot of bad shots, bad decisions. Great decision there by Jalakai King to penetrate and kick it out to the three-point shooter.
They try the back door right away. Pass was intended for Marlon Lewis, picked off by Jacobs, and now the pressure here from the Gators, and they are off to the races. To the basket, no good. Jacobs with the rebound after the good defense.
You talked about it, man. These Gators, they like to run, get shots up quick in the shot clock. This could be a track meet in this ball game.
Yeah, the pace is really quickened early on. Here's Valentine, a corner 3, and that one is good. First points of the night.
Again, I just talked about in the last possession. Get inside, get that ball inside, and kick out for shooters. Great job by Riley Jacobs to find Chase Valentine on the perimeter.
7th three-pointer for Valentine, averaging 9.8 points per game. He is now just 6 points away from 500 in his career. Pugh almost doubled. Now they launch a three-pointer. Ant Wright, the senior guard out of Burtonsville, Maryland, no good. Rebound UMBC. Retrievers looking for that bounce back tonight after the tough loss at GW. They got 2 buzzer beaters from DJ Armstrong, back-to-back over Morgan State and on this floor against Wagner. Odunuwo's first shot won't go. Here's Pugh, his coach TJ Jordan calling him pesky. Three-pointer by Lewis is no good. They have not hit a shot yet, have the Gators.
Nice look. Ace Valentine looking up the court. Finds Riley Jacobs, hand up. Give it the ball to the big fella for 2 off the glass.
6'9", a true freshman out of Alexandria, Virginia, averaging almost 4 points per game and 21 minutes per game. There's Marlon Lewis strong to the basket, one of their top scorers. In fact, the top scorer at over 17 per game.
Yeah, he dropped 27 in a game on Saturday against Gettysburg. Really a strong player inside, works really hard, really good around the basket.
Fast pace, 17:24 left in the first half. Odunuwo, little floater in the lane for his first 2.
Yeah, UMBC should have some advantages inside with their height and length. You see Josh Odunuwo just flipping one over Ant Wright.
Carlos Green to the basket, leaves it for Pugh on the outside. Off both rims, no good. DJ Armstrong pulls it away for UMBC. You're right, Rick, it is a track meet. Valentine with a spin off glass, it's too strong. Odunuwo, nice English.
Yeah, nice moves by Ace Valentine. He's complaining, thought he got hit in the face, but Josh Odunuwo cleans up the offensive board and put back.
7-point lead for UMBC. 3 minutes into the game. Odunuwo with 4. Nice job, Rick. Good hands. That's 6'7" forward.
One of the things we talked about earlier is how the pace that this team plays at. There's Coach Ferry, and I talked to him earlier. He knows his team, this Gator team plays with pace. It's going to run. He's got to make sure he slows them down. This team is playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. So again, if UMBC wants to run them, he might tire this team out.
That's exactly what the Retrievers are doing. DJ Armstrong in the corner. A three-pointer. And let's see, do the Gators call a timeout? They do not. 12-2 is the score. The first 3 for DJ in the game. He's now 16 of 28 on the season, number 1 in the America East. Green hounded by King. Now Pugh going to take on Valentine. 8 to shoot. Here's Wright. Ball tipped away by Valentine. Now Pugh. Off balance jumper is good from Jackson Pugh.
That really was a great move by Jackson Pugh, getting that loose ball, getting in the lane, a little fader as the shot clock is winding down.
But Pugh's listed at 5. Here's Odunuwo to the basket. Rejected. Marlon Lewis on a foul called and a time.
You do look at it. You do look at that tape.
You do look at it.
It was a horrible first half, but you know what, you got to learn from it. And what UMBC's learned from it, and they practice this week, is being smarter with the ball, not forcing shots. Sometimes when things get kind of clunky, as Coach called it last week,
right,
they start forcing some shots individually, and they really can't do that. They need to be a little more patient, move that ball around. We saw 2 or 3 examples already where they penetrate the lane, and then once the defensive collapse, instead of forcing a shot, you got to kick it out to the shooters, and we've seen some success so far in the first half.
So DJ Armstrong launched one from the corner. Valentine also from the opposite corner. Odunawo with the free throw line now for UMBC. 2nd of 2 here, and he'll have to settle for 1 for 2. And the Retrievers with a 9-point lead. 13-4 is the score. UMBC staying with their 5. In fact, both teams still with their starting 5. Inside the lane, shot taken by Dylan Long, the senior from Laurel, Maryland. And right now, the Gators struggling, just 2 for 7 from the field. Jacobs draws the double team. Armstrong with a catch and shoot. This one cups out. Rebound comes down to Lewis.
But a real good possession by UMBC. There was no forced shots there. They moved the ball around, got a wide open shot for DJ. Just couldn't convert.
Lewis with a strong take to the basket and scores for the Gators.
Yeah, Lewis is a man. He goes strong to the basket, versatile, athletic, creates a lot of opportunities and mismatches. And a great finish against 2 Retrievers.
A gym rat, according to his head coach, TJ Jordan. Versatile, has developed a mid-range game as well. Less than 15 now to play in the half. Valentine creating. Dish. Odunawo inside. That may be all night, Rick.
I think one of the things that Coach Ferry is challenging Dace Valentine is break the all-time assist record. I mean, this guy can dish the ball, and there's a great opportunity there for him to take a shot, maybe force a shot, but found Odunawo down underneath for a bunny. Great pass.
Ace averaging 5.5 assists per game, among the tops in the America East. He's got 2 here tonight. This time defense from Odunawo, and a travel is called on Dylan Long.
Josh Odunawo standing his ground, just being tall, straight up. Fantastic. Take a look at this Josh Odunawo bucket, but fantastic anticipation. Look, double, triple team. Laid it down for the big man, and the finish.
Odunawo 7 points and a rebound here early on. Substitutions now. Riley Jacobs sitting down for UMBC. Entering the game for the first time, number 14, Jose Tanchin, a big 6'10" junior from Cordoba, Spain. That pass almost picked off. Ricardo Ross coming in off the bench, averaging 16 points per game, almost picked it off.
Yeah, Ross had 28 on Saturday against Gettysburg, so he can shoot the ball. It was 5 for 6 from three-point range, so Retriever's going to get out of him from range.
Tanchin can shoot the 3. He was 4 for 4 at Dayton. And here it is, the pressure from the Gators, and it's Ross off the bench.
Yeah, nice hand in the pass lane. Tanchin kind of read that pass, or Ross read that pass from Tanchin. Nice clean pick.
Ross does it all, good in transition. Also a nice mid-range game as well. Here's a screen from Odunawo. The kick out for Tanchin from 3, and this one is short. Lewis pulls it down for Notre Dame.
But you can't hate that shot. I mean, he can make that 3. It's a good pass by Ace Valentine to find a wide open three-point shooter.
Ross again off the bench. This one is going to be tipped out of bounds off of the Gators. Let's watch a little bit of Ricardo Ross here, Rick.
Yeah, great hand in the pass, anticipating that pass by Tanchin. And it's a free one down the lane, and 2.
Ricardo Ross, his head coach TJ Jordan, saying that young man has a knack for the ball.
Yeah, you can see it right there on defense. He just knows where that pass is coming. He read it perfectly.
Caden Diggs has checked in for the first time. He's got the basketball for UMBC. He was at ODU last year, made 35 appearances. Cougar Downing now also a native of Atchison, Kansas, with a 3. And it's going to stay with UMBC. Dalen Dickerson has also checked in, a sophomore out of Kaufman, Texas. Valentine, 2 for 2 from the outside. Same spot.
Great out-of-bounds play by the Retrievers. Ace Valentine sold it perfectly. Threw the ball out top and then kind of snuck to the corner. Got a screen by Tanchin. Wide open 3.
Valentine filling up the sheet early. 6 points, 2 assists. Jabrico DaCosta has checked in, a big 6'6" junior from Jamaica, and makes his presence felt.
Yeah, nice little turnaround fadeaway jumper by DaCosta.
Valentine to the basket. 8 for Ace.
We talked to Ace Valentine before the game. I said, listen, these guys are going to be all up in your stuff. He said, oh, I know. Oh, I know. he's going right by him right now.
2010 UMBC. Less than 12 now to go in the half. Pugh. They take on the big guy Tanchin. Nothing there. Jabrico. That one off the heel of the basket. Taken off the floor by Valentine. That one too strong for Tanchin in the corner. And
the ball up and down the court, tire the other team, but I think he's going to establish himself real well and have a great program for years to come as long as he stays at Notre Dame.
Yeah, local product out of Bel Air High School. That's up in Harford County, just north of Baltimore. And his assistants also all Baltimore born and bred. And he spent some time, TJ did, at Lehigh University. He was director of basketball ops there. Lehigh had the big upset of Duke that year in the tournament. Back to the action here, off glass and in. Nicely done again by Marlon Lewis.
Yeah, Marvin Lewis is the player in the squad, man. He just found a mismatch. And I think TJ drew that up at the timeout. Got a nice isolation for his big man.
And here's the pressure. They're right up on the ball. Cougar Downing in the basketball game. Had two big three-pointers against Wagner that kept UMBC in the game in the second half. Jonathan King for 3. This one off rim and glass, no good. Rebound comes out to Pugh. And off they go. In the corner, no good. King out rebounded. Oh, let's see, who is it out of? It's going to be off of UMBC.
Yeah, off of Tanchin, I think.
Well, they like to shoot early in the clock. They like to run. They're 6 for 15 from the field, 40%.
Yeah, they're averaging 87 points a game. You do that by shooting quick and shooting often and shooting well, and they've been real successful the last 3 games, but they also give up 88 points a game, so that's why track meets into their favor.
Having said that, almost all of their points are in the paint, 10 of 12 so far. Stays at 12. Dickerson goes up high for the rebound, out-rebounding Lewis. Dickerson, first career double-double. Came the other night against Wagner.
Watch out.
There he is. Dickerson to the basket.
Yeah, Dalen Dickerson coming from the far side through the lane, uncontested, off the glass.
And a correction on that. His double-double came against Morgan on the east side of town. That was a 1-point win for UMBC. Back-to-back 1-point wins, in fact. And one and done. King up ahead. Dickerson. He goes one-on-one. Finding Diggs. Oh, the block from behind by Lewis. Dickerson strong to the basket.
Really good offensive and defensive play there. You can see retrievers pushing the pace, trying to get, yes, take a look at it again. Dalen Dickerson finds a man wide open. Kalen coming up, but Lewis with the big block behind. Dickerson stays with it, gets the offensive rebound, put back and foul.
Really impressed with Marlon Lewis. 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks in 10 minutes. Free throw by Dickerson is good. UMBC shooting only 68% as a team from the free throw line. They did not shoot well against Wagner. It ended up not hurting them because of the miracle at the end. But still, that was something that Jim Ferry pointed out at the postgame.
Yeah, he said it shouldn't have gone to overtime. It shouldn't have been at the end of the game if UMBC made their free throws. And it's things they work on every day at practice. Just mental thing. Got to finish free throws. They win that game going outright.
They had 9 misses in a 1-point game. Dickerson from the free throw line. Dalen Dickerson now with 4 off the bench and 3 rebounds. It's a 12-point lead for UMBC and a steal here by King. Jonathan King leading the break. Dickerson digs underneath. And I think Lewis may have altered that at the rim. Or perhaps it was Ricardo Ross, actually. Dickerson again, finding Cougar Downing. And he is stripped underneath by Carlos Green, who draws the foul.
Good 50-50 ball by the retrievers on the one end. Dalen Dickerson picking it up and taking it to the base, up to Downing. Let's take a look at this. Pass to Dalen Dickerson. I think Cougar's going to drop this back to Dalen since he's been contested, but you know what? Why not get the foul? Shooting 2.
Here's a look at Cougar Downing, the 6'2", 50-year guard out of Atchison, Kansas. He's a D2 player last year at Eastern New Mexico. As TJ Jordan looks on from the Notre Dame bench. Downing will sit down now. DJ Armstrong checks back in. 2 for 2 for Downing from the line. It's a 14-point lead.
When you talk about playing a Division III team, UMBC right now has 3 Division II players that are playing their first year in Division I, and one guy that didn't play much at all in Division I last year, and Caden Diggs. So interesting to see a lot of guys on this court right now playing up the Division I level in this game.
One of those, Jalakai King with the basketball, was at New Haven last year. Dickerson, nice feed, Tanchin.
Again, unselfish play by Dalen Dickerson. UMBC looking for the extra pass for the easier basket instead of forcing shots. This is what they did against GW tonight. They're really sharing the ball and getting in some easy buckets.
Second assist for Dickerson. That's the first bucket for Tanchin. Here's Long back in the game. Over Diggs, rainbow three. Tanchin bats it over to King. Looking to run again. Ross breaks it up. It'll stay with UMBC. 8:33 on the clock. Take a look at the penetration here.
Yeah, exactly. The ball movement, the penetration. But again, the better pass over to Tanchin for the finish.
Odunawo back in the game for UMBC. Tanchin and Dickerson sit down. Riley Jacobs checks in along with Odunawo. Retrievers are 10 for 20 from the field, 50%, 5 of 6 from the line. Diggs for 3 in the corner, and that's 3 for 3 from that spot for UMBC.
And again, double team on DJ Armstrong because they know he's the shooter, leaves a wide open Caden Diggs for 3. Guys are making shots. GW, they weren't making shots. They were getting some open looks. Tonight, they're dropping.
By 19 at the moment. Mr. Costa to the basket, messed up by Diggs. Oh, correction, Jacobs.
Yeah, great block by Jacobs.
He is thinking about it. Yeah, I don't think he's hit one yet this year.
He's going to try right now. You're wrong, Gary.
The jinx in reverse.
Oh, great defense.
Armstrong gets his hands up in the air.
Armstrong, King, both got back on defense. He's incredibly athletic. And again, I think either he or Dalen Dickerson are going to have a highlight dunk in this ball game. That's my prediction. Because
we should also mention a couple of injuries for UMBC. Dylan Caesar out tonight, as well as Paul Green. And right to the basket and scoring is Ricardo Ross.
And that's been one of the issues with the Retrievers so early in this season. Watch out.
Defense comes from Lewis on Odunawo. Armstrong. In that spot, that's the first miss out there for UMBC. Odunawo has it stripped away by Pugh, living up to that pesky nickname. Ball now in the hands of Wright. And getting his hands on the ball is Odunawo. Josh Odunawo talking to Danny Lawson, one of the assistant coaches before the game. This is about as healthy as Josh Odunawo has been all season.
Yeah, you could see it in the second half of that GW game last week where he was running real well, had a great finish and spin move down into the basket. He's just been out. The injuries, we've talked, that's why I was going to finish my thought from earlier. Just so many injuries for the Retrievers right now. Early in this season, they haven't had enough time to practice together. The chemistry that goes along with having guys on the court, all that's been really a slow process for the Retrievers so far this season.
Look at Marlon Lewis just barging his way towards the basket.
Yeah, he's not a slow process. That young man can play. He's just so physical, gets around the basket and finishes. Speaking of finishing, nice Jacobs with a dunk to the basket.
Well, you called it one way or the other.
Yeah, there's going to highlight dunks with it because our UMBC's big guys are just getting into the basket.
And UMBC looking for more. Jackson Pugh, though, gets a hand in there. Lewis again with a take. Lewis,
nice
not
touch.
To be denied.
Yeah. Marlon Lewis, strong inside. Only 6'5", but plays much bigger.
10 points for Marlon Lewis, maybe showcasing his talents here tonight. And Lewis underneath, part of that. Right to the basket. And the tip in from Lewis. And a timeout called by Jim Ferry.
6'5". You know, these Division III teams have come in here. These last York, they had a big guy inside that just dominated the paint at 6'6", 6'7". These guys can play. You got to get your body on them and get them away from the basket.
Jackson Pugh, the pest. And they go, Anthony Wright gets the alley-oop.
Yeah, Ant Wright going to the basket. Great pass by Pugh up to the rim.
More pressure here from the Gators. The lead has been trimmed down to 11. Eze with the basketball, 15 to shoot. Valentine will dump it inside for Odunuwo, gets the touch and the roll.
Again, I just can't reiterate enough what UMBC is doing right now as far as moving that ball around and passing and getting a better shot, not forcing any shots. The shots that haven't fallen, they're going to fall. They've gotten some really good looks because the penetration and the dishes have been awesome for the Retrievers.
That's 9 for Odunuwo, 3 assists now for Valentine. Ross with a three-pointer. Eze pulls it down. The Retrievers looking for back-to-back here.
Yeah, I think Gators going to have to start double teaming down low against that guy. This is going to create some opportunities outside.
Inside the paint, can't get it to go. Anthony Wright again to the basket.
That's
spin move.
Ant Wright getting to the basket. Nice spin, athletic move, and finishing in the paint.
His coach, T.J. Jordan, saying his role has changed year over year. He committed to shaping up his body. And he is a strong player off the bench for the Gators.
Yeah, drop it low.
With
ISO.
Odunuwo with Lewis.
Got to finish. Josh Odunuwo gets to the basket, just couldn't finish.
Ross with Eze. Ross going to take him to the basket. Double team comes. Three-pointer. Off rim, no good. King always around the basketball on the glass. Averaging 5 rebounds per game.
Oh, look at this. Nice move.
Everything but the finish.
UMBC pushing the pace. King down to Odunuwo. Over to Eze, still running the floor and up to the basket. Gets fouled, shooting 2. Let's take a look at this. Nice pass. King down to Odunuwo. Eze not stopping, going to the basket and getting fouled. Just great unselfish basketball by the Retrievers right now.
Eze at the free throw line for UMBC, making his 4th appearance of the year, averaging 10.7 minutes per game.
And with Paul Green out with an injury in that GW game, it's going to give Tim Eze an opportunity to get some playing time, see what he can do. He's got all the skills.
Odunuwo to the bench. Dalen Dickerson checks in. The Gators haven't hit a three-pointer yet. They're 0 for 7. 22 of their 24 points have come from the paint. And now Valentine and Caden Diggs checking back in.
Even with some of the injury we've talked about so far early in this season, and a couple of key guys out in this game, UMBC has depth this year. They really can go 10, 11 deep, and they're showing it this evening.
Here's Ross going to launch, and that's the first three-pointer.
You had to say
for
that
the Gators. 10-point lead.
Yeah, Ross was 5 for 6 on Saturday from 3. He's got range. You got to cover that man.
Ross got 7 off the bench. One and done. UMBC. Here they come. Ant Wright to the basket. Pugh trying to work on Dickerson, and he was too quick. Dickerson commits the block on the baseline with 3:28 left to go.
Passing has led to some turnovers.
Well, you got to give some credit to the Gators playing that pressure defense that they
absolutely. Good point.
Here's right now with a spin. Pugh, left side of the basket, can't get the roll off the rim. And Armstrong pulls it down for
Pugh
UMBC.
had a wide open DaCosta underneath the basket, just missed him.
Diggs with the ball fake up top. Valentine now with 20 to shoot. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Malachi King for 3 way downtown. And one and done. DaCosta pulls it down for the Gators. Looking to cut it into single digits here. DaCosta underneath with Dickerson, 15 to shoot. Right, three-pointer. They're only 1 for 9 from downtown. It's the 3, that one's too strong. Valentine between 2 defenders, and he is fouled.
It just seems like the Gator defenders are giving UMBC the threes. They're daring them to shoot them. See, there's 3 or 4 feet between Caden Diggs and the defender. And there's the battle with Ace Valentine and a couple of Gator defenders on the rebound.
Fouls on Ricardo Ross.
So this should be the shot for DJ Armstrong out top, yeah. I thought he actually was going to curl off the basket like the game winner against Wagner.
Another steal here, this one by Wright, deflecting it away from Dickerson. To the basket, no call there by Dylan Long, kept in by the Gators. Now Marlon Lewis, pull up. Right, with a chance at the basket is Long.
Yeah, nobody put a body on Long. He had a wide open, easy three.
Cougar.
Speaking of three, Cougar from deep. Cougar Downing.
Cougar takes on the Gators.
Well done.
500th career point for Cougar Downing. Speaking of well done, how about Misha? Nice job.
There you go. Good pull. A statistician extraordinaire.
What's a good adjective to use? How do you spell that? Any idea?
The statistician, she'll figure it out. Just send us a note.
I think it's got an E on it at the end. 1:46 left. Richie was up by 13. Well, you got to have some fun, right, Rich?
Absolutely. Let's see, we got a little zone defense maybe here. Yeah, a little zone defense by the Gators.
That's a change.
What you're going to dare the retrievers to shoot?
Yep. They got some three-point
Inside
shooters
out.
in there.
Should be inside out. Kick it. Kick it. There it is.
Cougar.
Bang.
Wow. That was a floater.
That's how you beat the zone. Inside out. Dylan Dickerson gets the ball 15 feet out. Spins. Defensive collapse on him. Cougar Downing for three.
Cougar, shades of Wagner, hitting a couple back-to-back.
A couple of big ones in that ball game.
Lewis. That one is an air ball, but
good defense by Caden Dick for sure, but you got to get the box out. Dylan Long, uncontested again, getting to the basket. No bodies on him.
Less than a minute now to play in the half.
Notre Dame trying out the zone again. No. How about
Cougar.
a heat check? Bang.
Oh! Three!
Somebody's feeling it. Taking full advantage of his playing time.
Cougar off the bench with 11.
I think they'll pull him out of that zone.
Well, with Dylan Caesar down, you're going to need Cougar. Three-pointer in the corner to Costa short. Dickerson.
Yeah, they're going to go back to man, I would think. Nope.
Well, they stay in the zone.
There they go. They're back to man.
Yep. UMBC going to play here for the last shot. Lead balloon back up to 17, courtesy of Cougar Downing. Valentine 4. Oh, look at this.
Hello. Ace Valentine.
Patience.
Find Dalen Dickinson coming through the lane, dunking it at the buzzer. Told you we're going to get a shot from that young man.
Carl Luciano gives it over to DJ Armstrong, and here we go. UMBC 2-0 this season when leading at the half. And they've got it by 19 early on here in the second half. Armstrong, Odunawo, King, Valentine, and Jacobs for UMBC. Jacobs now passes out of a double. Here's DJ for three. It is short. And the rebound pulled down by Lewis.
But really good possession. You know, Riley Jacobs got double teamed down there. You leave the best shooter on the team wide open for a three. You take that shot. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't. But really good offense.
Wright, Pugh, Green, Long, and Lewis for the Gators. Wright picked up by Jacobs, 10 to shoot. Here's Lewis now over Dickerson. A correction, over Jacobs. And the retriever is looking to push it. Gators back on D. DJ left open straight away.
Yeah, you can't leave him open too many times, or that's what's going to happen. He's just a fantastic shooter. Nice little left hand from three, top of the key. DJ Armstrong.
2 of 5 from downtown, 6 for Armstrong, 51-29. First half, 1 for 10 from downtown for the Gators. Here's Wright working on Odunawo. Defense right there. Can he save it? He cannot. It'll stay with the Gators with 8 to shoot.
Let's take a look at DJ Armstrong. Again, just leave that guy wide open. You're going to pay for it. And there you go. I did ask Jim Ferry about, DJ Armstrong's only getting about 6 or 7 shots a game. That's not enough, right? He's got to get more. And I said something to Jim Ferry about that. And he says, you know what? It's not about him forcing shots. It's about us passing the ball, taking our time, and that way DJ will get more shots naturally off the offense.
Jacobs hits the deck and takes it away. Odunawo, baseline drive. Odunawo, floater.
And right, just not big enough for Odunawo. Inside, nice little jump hook in the lane from about 5 feet.
11 for Odunawo, easily his best game of the season.
And he's just starting to get healthy, Gary.
Yes.
You're probably going to mention that. He's literally getting himself into shape finally and able to make an impact in these games.
Pugh and King to the basket, rejected by Odunawo.
And doing it both on the offense and defensive end. Staying with the smaller long, but look at this. He got beat a little bit, but just recovered, went straight up. No body, got the block.
7 to shoot. Here's Lewis. Gets some space over Jacobs.
Yeah, that's a nice shot again. What a player. Gets in the lane, shoots it over top, the much taller Jacobs for a nice floater in the lane.
14 for Marlon Lewis. Odunawo passes out of the baseline. DJ. Now Odunawo inside. Easy from Jacobs.
Yeah, again, just that height advantage over Anthony Wright. Josh Odunawo having a field day in the paint right now. So retrievers are finding him.
13 for Odunawo. Points in the paint now. Notre Dame by 2, 26-24. Valentine goes high. King yet to score here, but he's affected the game in other ways with 5 rebounds in the game. Jacobs. Odunawo picks it up and lays it in.
Nice roll by Riley Jacobs to the basket. Just defense got hands on it. Josh Odunawo finds the mess, cleans it up, puts it in.
6 in a row now for Odunawo. It's a game-high 26-point lead. Pugh for 3. Nice pick by King to take it away.
Josh Odunawo, he's preseason all-conference. Just gets an opportunity to get his stamina going, get himself in shape, showing the results.
DJ, this one is long. Pugh. There was a question if Odunawo was even going to be able to play this year.
Yeah,
because of the
plantar fasciitis, and that's just an injury just so difficult to figure out. But no, you're referring to the NCAA eligibility.
Exactly.
Yeah, they applied for a waiver. I came to a practice in August. He just showed up. No one knew he was coming. They approved it late. He didn't get to practice with them all summer. So that's kind of what he's been kind of building back to in addition to the injury he's had.
DJ penetration intended for Jacobs. Pugh gets in the way. Lewis. Jackson Pugh, one of 2 players on the team, along with DaCosta, the only 3-year players. They've been here the whole time. Valentine beats the field and lays it home.
Great hands by Jalakai King on the defensive end. Gets hand in the passing lane. Finds Valentine streaking down the other end for a layup.
500th career point for Ace Valentine. So 2 players have hit 500 in the game. Lewis, wow.
Yeah, the Retrievers got to, again, the Retrievers having a really good game right now. They're up by a bunch, but you want to try work on some things. You've got to shut that guy down. Marlon Lewis is really having a nice game against Division I Retrievers.
8 for 14 from the field. He's got 16 tonight, averages 17.3. DJ will launch, wing 3. Up high for the rebound is Jacobs. And hitting the deck here is Dylan Long.
Another good recognition by the Retrievers. The pass goes down.
And again, that 3 games in 4 nights may have an effect.
Yeah, you had to figure out how much juice is still in the tank, right? But I think this team's not going to give up. They're going to play hard. They play hard for their coach. They've played hard all season. So Retrievers can't lay down. They got to keep the pressure on and finish out the game.
But that's part of it for them, Rick. I think you mentioned it earlier. Like part of Coach Jordan's recruiting pitch is we take on everyone.
Yeah.
We don't cow to anybody. And they play a tough schedule. Not only the D1 teams, they have a very tough D3 schedule.
No, their first 3 games they lost. 2 of those losses were against top 25 Division III teams. So he plays hard teams. He's got 15 games on the road to start the season to get ready, really, for the end of the season, their conference play and their conference tournament.
He's got a really good player in number 21, Marlon Lewis, now with 18 points. Lewis with 18 of the 35 for Notre Dame. UMBC now with 14:30 left to play. Downing back in the game for UMBC. Got 3 3-pointers in that first half, 11 points overall. 5 to shoot here for Valentine. He'll launch way downtown. Cups out. Going hard is Dickerson. Big collision. And coming away with it is Diggs. Can't finish. Keeps it alive. digs underneath the second chance. And now an official's timeout here. Looked like Lewis and Dickerson really with a big collision there.
Yeah, Dalen Dickerson flying in for that offensive rebound and kind of ran into Lewis, I think.
There was no call.
But how about Caden Diggs sticking with it? Missed the bunny initially and then recollected himself and finished.
Valentine sits down. Jose Tanchin checks in the game. Big 6'10" guy out of Cordoba, Spain. Saw a few minutes in the first half. Checking in for the first time now, number 11, Jaden Gibson, a 6'5" freshman from Silver Spring for Notre Dame. Corner launched near side by Lewis. Dickerson.
Hello!
Hello is right.
He literally ran by me. I could see this play occurring. How about Dalen Dickerson getting to the rim?
Hello and goodbye.
Yes, sir.
How many for Dickerson now? 8. Few at 3. Lewis the rebound. Lewis got 20 tonight.
He's playing. He's acting a heck of a game. He's worn out down there. You can see the 3 games in 4 nights is bearing on him, but he's still bringing it.
And what do you have, 27 the other night against Gettysburg?
Sir.
Tanchin.
Oh,
left-handed hook.
How about that?
Well, that's a nice little
left-handed little hook over the freshman. How about that? Didn't see that in his game yet.
By 28 now for UMBC. Lewis mid-range jumper is short over Tanchin. And Dickerson looking to push it again. Foul call with 12:46. All right, you take this away, Rick.
Well, he ran right in front of me. I had to do something. I almost had to get out of the way. Watch out. Here he comes. Dalen Dickerson for the hole punch. Bang! Great move. He's so athletic. Let's see. I've got to have another look at it. There it is. Dalen Dickerson flushed it home for the Retrievers.
Now 8.7 rebounds in only 11 minutes off the bench. DJ. Here's ball movement by UMBC. Downing gets some space. Downing knocks it through.
Cougar Downing shooting 30% from three-point range coming into this game is really feeling it from range against the Gators.
Nice little weapon to have in your arsenal.
How about the arc on that thing?
Yeah, he floats him. It's like a Robert Parrish free throw.
It was like a punt in the Dallas game the other. Went over the scoreboard.
DJ beats the field.
Yeah, Retrievers on the run. Pushing pace.
By 33. Here's one thing I've noticed. That I was just about to say, that's the first timeout after that got the Gators to within 10 at the 3:28 mark of the first. But, Rick, since then, 33-10 run for UMBC.
Yeah, UMBC's really coming out, really playing well. You know, Coach Ferry talked about too many turnovers in the first half, 7 turnovers. They only have 8 right now, so 1 turnover in the first 8 minutes of the second half. Really a good effort by the Retrievers, taking care of the ball. 33
points off the bench for UMBC. That's the most bench points for the Retrievers all year. Pugh can't finish. Downing the other way. And taking it strong to the basket is Dickerson, and he'll go to the free throw line.
You have what you call a primary and secondary break. The Retrievers push the ball up.
America East update brought to you by Air Force Reserve. It's all about UMBC winning the America East volleyball tournament, their 5th championship in their last 6 seasons. We had Casey Kreiner on, their head volleyball coach, last game against Wagner. Very proud. Hannah Howard, as you see, named tournament MVP. They won it right here on this floor, Rick, taking care of UAlbany, and they will find out their fate this coming Sunday at 6 p.m.
Congratulations to the Retrievers. Fantastic season, fantastic tournament. Excited for Sunday.
See if the basketball team can do the same. How about that? Dickerson at the free throw line. First one is good. Dalen Dickerson with 9 off the bench in 12 minutes. What a stat line for Dickerson. 9 points, 10 points now, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists.
As you mentioned earlier, he had his first double-double against Morgan a week or so ago. 18 points, 10 boards, having another nice night this evening.
And the 5 assists for Dickerson is a career high. Gators now go into their bench. Three-pointer put up by Jordan Foster, who was questionable. And the steal and the putback by Ant Wright.
Yeah, just UMBC a little sloppy with the ball there in the back court. Can't able to make that steal and get to flush.
Jordan Foster, who took the initial shot, is from Baltimore. Prepped to Gilman School. Downing straight away. Why not?
Yeah, why not? He kind of looked off and says, "Try take this." He says, "What the heck? I'm on fire." Send that arc to the basket.
It's 5 3-pointers in 6 attempts for Downing. 17 off the bench. Trying to match it with the 3 is Foster. Downing the other way.
They want to kick it back to him, maybe.
Dickerson.
First wedgie of the season.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't see a wedgie usually off a layup.
Yeah, that was such a soft touch too.
Those wedgies can get uncomfortable. Wait, what?
No, who said that?
No idea. 10:41 left. Here was by, let me do the math here, Rick. 36.
Well done.
I like numbers. Here's Pugh. Right into the land of the Giants. Taken away by a combination of Downing and Tanchin. Diggs with the spin.
That's strong. Caden Diggs, really strong. Takes it baseline. Defender on his back and finishes.
7 for Diggs. That one launched by Ross.
1 for 16 from 3.
Yeah,
the Gators, man. I mean, they don't shoot the ball that great from 3. They're not that bad.
33% coming in. Dickerson. And 1 for Dalen Dickerson.
Dalen Dickerson just having his way. Taking the ball from the perimeter to the paint with body lean and finish.
Second personal foul.
Substitution for Notre Dame. Azan Sheikh has checked in.
In the game for the Gators is number 23.
A junior from Woodbridge, Virginia.
For the Troopers is number 4, John Guy Kidd.
I honestly thought this was going to be a fairly close game based on kind of what this Notre Dame team has played in the last 3 games, how they score a bunch of points, the scoring capability that they have on that roster. Just hasn't been the night for them. I think, very similar to UMBC GW a week ago when UMBC didn't bring their best effort. I don't think the Gators brought it this evening as well.
Yeah, this is going to be the first free throw shot by Notre Dame all game. And Jackson Pugh will go to the line.
Particularly with a team that has scored, 32 of their 39 points in the paint.
Yeah.
They're not getting to the line at all. Coach Jordan there trying to figure out what to do with the squad. And the remaining 9 minutes, get something out of it as he continues and heads for another 8 more games on the road before he comes home. And he's got Towson, you said, and Radford coming up. So some big Division I contests ahead of him.
Yeah, the first free throw was waved off by the officials because there were 2 players from the same team next to each other along the free throw line, so it didn't count. So Pugh ends up sinking both free throws here for the Gators. 79-41 with less than 10 minutes now to play. So with UMBC comfortably ahead, they're going to eventually look forward to Delaware State coming in. Cougar Downing, this time not from 3.
Yeah, attacks the offensive board and finishes.
19 for Cougar Downing easily.
That's just an impressive play. You might want to just sit out there and watch that rebound come off, but no, he does not. He gets after it, attacks the offensive glass, and finishes.
It's King's 7th rebound for UMBC. Always seems to know where the ball is going to be. How about Tanchin?
Yeah, he's got that in his game, his repertoire. He's got that 3, as we saw at Dayton.
11 for 24 as a team.
That?
And Tanchin on the defensive end as well.
Let's take a look at Tanchin there, coming off the weak side. Up high. Get it out of here.
Good help D by Tanchin. He'll take a seat. Jacobs will check back in. There's Tanchin. 7 points, 2 rebounds, and a block in 11 minutes tonight.
UMBC has 8 guys with 4 more shots in this ballgame. That's really sharing the basketball.
And the steal, King, that's his first bucket tonight.
Yeah, nice steal by King over to Cougar Downing. Gave it back to him for a layup.
Here's a line, 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals for Jalakai King. And King with a block. Downing.
Wow.
A miss. Sheik gets the rebound for Notre Dame. Eze back in the game now for UMBC. Downing is 5 for 7 from downtown. Gibson off glass, didn't call it. Jacobs met just outside the low block by Jabrico DeCosta. The Retrievers have made a substitution. Jake Stout has checked into the game for his first action. Prepped at Catonsville High School, literally right down the road. There's a look at Jim Ferry and the Brain Trust. Evan Baker, Daniel Lawson, right by his side.
Caesar
Adim on the other side,
yeah.
yep.
Gabe Romano over there. Hopefully, good, really good basketball staff.
Jim's not too shabby.
No, again, he's the best. I tell you what, the culture that he has built with this squad and bringing guys in new every year, it's amazing. These guys genuinely love playing for each other. They play together. They hang out after practice, after games. It's just a great culture they've built here at UMBC. It's fun to watch this team develop and grow.
7:45 left in this one. Three-pointer again. Only one made three-pointer today. This one off by Long. And UMBC controlling the boards, 45-25. Here's Stout with the basketball. Well, the Ravens have a punter named Jordan Stout who had a game.
He did.
Yesterday.
Launching that thing yesterday.
Some missiles, otherwise known as punts.
Yeah, and putting them in great spots, wasn't he? He's running out of bounds.
Certainly was. Valentine, 5 to shoot. Valentine in the paint, little pull-up. Jacobs working hard. Second chance for UMBC. King will launch. Jacobs again for UMBC. And a held ball will be called. It'll stay with with UMBC.
Yeah, Riley Jacobs just crashing the offensive boards against the much smaller Gators. Able to have some success keeping the ball alive. Another possession for the Retrievers.
4 Retrievers in double digits now. The leading rebounder is Dickerson with 9, King with 8.
Let's see what UMBC gets out of this. Maybe Jake Stout getting a curl double screen.
There's a look at Dalen Dickerson. 12, 9, and 5 in this game in only 14 minutes.
Screen, there it is. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Too excited to get that shot. He knew it was coming to him.
Just the 10th turnover for UMBC. Speaking of that, they've done a good job here in the second half.
Yeah, they absolutely have. Just 3 turnovers in the second half. Something, Coach Ferry wants to keep it about 10 or 11 turnovers a game. They're at 10 right now. Is 7 to go.
Corner 3, air ball, 1 of 19 now for the Gators.
Jalakai Smith, coast to coast. Nobody stops the ball. Left-handed off the glass.
Sheik picked up by Eze. There's Long. That's a 2-pointer for Dylan Long. 6'2" guard out of Laurel. Transfer from Frostburg. With Long in the game, that is 4 points. Eze going to try to break down Long. Help defense comes. 12 to shoot. Eze gets it back. King, nice take.
Jalakai King, yeah, on the reverse layup. 50-50 ball for the Retrievers. Leads to a layup, yeah.
First 90 put up by UMBC this year. DeCosta out of Forest Park High School in Baltimore. Little pull up, nicely done.
Jabrico DeCosta.
Jacobs trying to battle his way in. DeCosta there on the defense, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, nice hands by DeCosta on the spin by Riley Jacobs. Gator ball.
I tell you what, they've got some pieces there, no doubt. Lewis, of course. They got good guards. Jabrico DaCosta off the bench is nice.
Oh, Ross is a really good player. He's only got 7 points tonight, 1 for 4 from 3, but he dropped 28 the other night. He's certainly a player. They've got a team that's going to be real competitive in Division III and certainly in that conference.
5 minutes to go here. Eze, good hands. Green, that's blocked by Jacobs. And going to be out of bounds. Shot clock still in effect here. 3 showing, 5 minutes exactly to play.
It's actually a really smart play by Tim Eze there. They did not throw the ball back under the basket. That's Cardinals sitting number 1 in basketball, and he just ate it.
Long buzzer on the air ball. Valentine. Eze.
Ace Valentine said, I passed up a 3 to give it to Tim Eze. For him to shoot it?
Boy, Jacobs just controlling the boards. Getting a hand in the passing lane is Arda Dermanji, who has checked in, number 24. There's DaCosta again with Eze. Turnaround is short.
Wow.
All righty.
I don't know if our audience heard that.
Stout.
How about that?
Jake Stout's first points of his collegiate career.
Absolutely, and the entire bench is going crazy for him over there. That's awesome to see. Jake Stout for 3 on the board.
Last year we had Isaac Vargas do it, remember? In a mop-up duty, the walk-on, first bucket, first and only bucket. So he's got his name in the record book. There is Jake Stout, prepped at Catonsville, literally right down the road here from UMBC. First bucket as a collegiate. And that means every player who's played today for UMBC has scored.
But again, I look at just the field goal attempts, and you get a 7, a 10, an 8, a 7, an 8, an 8, a 4, a couple 4s, 6s. Like everyone is contributing. It's not one guy. Everyone's getting opportunities. The ball's moving. UMBC 16 assists on 36 made buckets. That's pretty good. Different way to play, man. It just lets everybody eat, and you can see very successful way to play basketball. UMBC shooting 56% from the floor because of it.
Tanchin, Diggs, and Cougar back in the game. Stout feeling it. Stout off glass and in. Jake Stout.
Yeah, look at the bench over there, giving him some love. Let's see the love. Jake Stout taking it to the basket. Look at his teammates. Yeah. Talked about the culture of this squad. Everyone kind of roots for each other, pulls for each other. They love each other. This kid knocks down some buckets. The entire bench erupts. They just love seeing success for guys that often don't get a lot of playing time.
UMBC outscoring Notre Dame 61-20 since the 3:28 mark of the first half. Stout going to try his first free throw in his college career. Retrievers 98-47. No, the Gators were in the game. It was 37-27 with 3:28 left in the first half. They had a 15-6 run to get there. They were scoring in the paint, stealing the basketball, playing in transition. And
UMBC run out of steam. They just, again, we talked about 3 games before night. They need a little Gatorade, Gary, to kind of get going, a little more juice going this one.
Well played.
To the basket.
A lot of contact there with DaCosta.
Yeah, DaCosta's saying, you're not getting anything easy in here, big fella. Let's take a look at it as they take it to the basket. Oh, crossover. Watch out. DaCosta, yeah, catches him with the left arm.
So with 3:20 left, Rick, you got that Gatorade reference in. That was good. Give you 2 on that.
I think it's an air ball, actually. Jim Ferry, again, wanted to get his team to make better decisions, pass the ball, get some better looks than they've gotten recently, and they did that tonight with 16 assists on 37 made buckets, much better than a week ago at GW.
1 of 2 for Eze. Checking into the game now with Sahil Thakar, a walk-on, like Isaac Vargas was last year. He's going to see the last 3 minutes here in the game. Thakar now, you see him wearing number 30 for UMBC. Nice. And to the basket and scoring. is Sheik.
Yeah, nice move inside the lane. Gets contact and finishes.
And the foul picked up by Thakar. Sheik completes the three-point play. 98-50 the score. Retrievers looking for the century mark. Tanchen. Eze goes up strong, but it's pulled down by Carlos Green. Well, I was trying to make the point before, Rick. Now UMBC will, well, they'll eat first. They'll have Thanksgiving, of course. And then after that, they've got a Saturday encounter with Delaware State right here on this floor.
Yeah, Delaware State's got a 2-5 record going into at least this game, at least tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up with the Retrievers. The Retrievers got to feel pretty decent about how they've bounced back from GW against this Division III team, but certainly probably stiffer competition coming on Saturday.
Well, Del State out of the MEAC. Retrievers have played a MEAC team already in Morgan State. Beat them on a buzzer beater by DJ Stout. And she pulls it down on the baseline with 2 minutes now, just over, left to play. Nice no-look pass, and the bucket goes.
Yeah, awesome dish. DaCosta with the flush. Finishing up the ball game.
Credit Jordan Foster with the assist out of Gilman. .145 left. Tanchen now with DaCosta. Tanchen with a right-hand hook.
Yeah, we've seen the left, we've seen the right. Tanchen finishing in the paint.
That's a cool 100 tonight.
If the Retrievers can get Tanchen and start scoring in the paint,
Yeah.
that'd be a big benefit. Watch this.
Downing, Stout. All smiles on the way back.
Literally what I was going to say. Just awesome for that young man.
Coming up on 1 minute left in this one. DaCosta over Tanchen. It's short. Eze. So UMBC looking
Take
for
one.
the
Take one.
the car. There you go. Back of the iron. It'll go over to Notre Dame. So back to the storyline from the opener. The bounce back is complete. UMBC. Again, this is a D3 school, okay, but that's the kind of confidence boost you needed after.
And it's just not the numbers and winning going away. It's how you played the game.
Yeah.
And UMBC played the game the way they want to play the game. Again, sharing the ball, taking better shots, making better decisions, and good things will happen when you play that kind of basketball, particularly in a conceptual offense like Jim Ferry has. It's not set plays. You got to read the defense. You got to know when to cut, read off your man, those kind of things. And with so many guys being out on injury and so many new guys, it takes time to develop that kind of chemistry and understand how to play that way, because in the past, these new players, they've never played that way. So it's going to take time, and you're building towards conference play.
The car with a chance. That one just a bit long. 17 assists on 39 buckets tonight for UMBC, so Jim's got to be happy with that.
Now they're going to hold the ball. They're going to run the clock out.
As that less than 10, and they'll let him just run it out here. UMBC, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and it is a 102-52 win for UMBC tonight.